Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi back with my good buddy Dotto, and this is another episode of the Carbon Panigale series. My favorite. Where we take a beautiful $12.99, customize it with the support of our patrons, and then give it away when we're done. If it's something you want to be a part of and you want to be entered to win this bike, you can always check it out. The first link in the description below. It's just patreon.com/CampisiCustoms. In today's episode, we finally have the full carbon gas tank.
Yes!
Sent to us by Manny from Motor Million. It was made by Full 6 Carbon, and it was actually built just for this build. So it's full matte carbon. It's going to be incredible. We also have the custom Louis Moto seat cover, which is also going to be amazing. And we even have a carbon gas cap that we're going to be installing as well. So one of my favorite episodes. I've been waiting for this for so long. Goodbye, red tank. But don't worry, we have something else red we're going to be putting on top of this. Stay tuned. Enjoy. So we figured since we were removing all the red from the bike, what better thing to do than put some red back on it.
Look at those loose socks.
No way.
Dotto,
No way.
Dotto.
Dotto goes over. She's back with the loose sock. Hey, thanks for pointing that out, Dotto. He goes, look at those loose socks. So Teens is gonna, okie dokie. We're gonna try not to get this video demonetized, but people have been complaining that they haven't seen Teens in a bikini lately.
In a while.
So I figured, you know what, why don't we do a bikini unboxing, and then we'll take some photos of her in the bikini on the bike with the carbon tank, which I think will look freaking awesome. So, are you excited, babe?
I need some sun, I'm white.
Also, Christina now has a Patreon page if anyone's interested in seeing some more sexy behind the scenes this action, then you should go over and support her there. So, okay, let's get this unboxing going. Dotto, take over. Unboxing time, the favorite time in Dotto's garage. Full carbon fuel cap cover. Again, all of the parts that you're going to see here today will be linked in the description below. Most of the stuff, pretty much everything on the bike is from Motor Million, and you can always use code Campisi to save money. The one thing we're going to be putting on today that isn't from Motor Million is from Louis Moto, which is also an amazing, amazing company. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. So we worked, pretty much all of us worked. I came up with a lot of the design, and then Christina and Dotto kind of signed off on it, and we ended up coming up with this. So the patrons have seen this, but no one else has. Really, really excited. Yeah.
The final approver was Dozer.
Dozer gave the seal of approval. So
I don't approve.
seat cover, show it to them.
You know why?
Why?
My signature's not on
Oh
there.
yeah, I know. She has been putting in some work. So it is a black suede seat cover with a red diamond stitching. It has faux carbon fiber around the edges, and then we did the $12.99 signature on top there.
The Italian
carbon
flag.
edition with the Italian flag, and then Dotto and I's signature. And that's
And
gonna
then
be
mine's on the inside.
Yeah. Maybe Teens can sign the bike somewhere else. I don't know. Let us know what you
Oh,
think.
I like
But
the pink.
this seat cover will be going on the stock seat, and then we're gonna include the comfort seat for the new guys as well, just in case they want to save this, don't want to screw it up or whatever. So next up is the bell of the ball. The bell of the ball, which is the full 6 carbon fiber tank. What? Oh my god, Manny already saw this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some hats.
Oh.
I got a hat.
Put it on.
What else have they got in here?
Oh, Manny sent us some socks that aren't loose.
So Moto Million actually has all kinds of different apparel and stuff too. So if you guys ever want to,
Manny, thank
that's
you.
sexiest.
Ah.
Yeah, dude. Here, take it.
Oh, here's the carbon fiber for the shock.
Yep. Look at that.
Matte carbon. Oh yeah.
Everything's matte carbon. Oh, I think that's your flag.
Oh.
Nah.
Hey, the screen's touchscreen too, Dotto, so you can. And then Manny sent Dotto a little surprise.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. That's
Holy
badass.
crap. Thank you, Manny, so much.
Since his walls are completely bare in here. What is that?
Don't rip it
What
now.
exactly is that?
She's
It's mine. I'm taking it.
she's
That is sweet. That
she's
hat, I want that hat, dude. See, look how badass that bike looks when the stupid tank's covered.
Guys, when this came to our front door, I literally lifted the entire box with 2 fingers.
She two-fingered it.
It's very. I'm trying to say it's very light.
Yeah, that's one way.
It came out the wrong way.
Yeah, that did not come out right at all. Please don't drop it on the ground.
I'm sorry. I'm a professional box opener.
Yeah, that is true. Oh my god. Look at that thing!
This is so.
So we're gonna weigh this one and we're gonna weigh the stock one and we're gonna see what the difference is in weight savings because I honestly don't know. Oh dude, check that out. Hey, go
Whoa, look inside. Can you see inside?
Yes, I can. I see the
Oh
hole
my
at the
God.
other end.
So two things, guys. Number one, this tank is already sealed, so it comes sealed and ready, so you can put gas in it, you can use it. The only thing we have to transfer, isn't that dope? The only thing we have to transfer over is the fuel pump.
I love the gold.
Yeah. So we just have to transfer the fuel pump over and it'll be good to go, good to use.
Oh my
Is there anything else
god,
in here?
guys.
I think we're good.
Look at this.
Yeah, I think that's everything.
Oh, that's amazing.
All right, so we feel this bad boy. What the hell? Daughter, you gotta feel this. Do you feel that?
We're gonna weigh these. Did you mention that?
Yeah, we're gonna weigh it. I brought my scale.
Wow.
I brought my drug scale.
This is ridiculous.
I'm obsessed.
It looks like some pretty gnarly weave in there.
Yeah, it does. Holy hell.
It looks like carbon Kevlar on the
Uh-huh.
Look at
inside.
Looks
that.
amazing.
Oh, it's already sealed and ready
Let's
to go.
get this
I
started.
can't
Woo!
wait. Oh, again, if you want to be entered to win this bike when we're done, patreon.com/Campisi Customs. You can support for as little as $5 an episode. Obviously, the more episodes you support and the higher your support level, the better. But somebody's gonna get a hell of a bike when we're done. Teens is walking around with the cape on for some reason. We're still not sure why, but check it out. I can even zoom in now. Oh, look at that.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes, it is. Manny hooked us up, hardcore.
I love the hat.
That hat is dope. Yeah,
really do.
it really is dope. Dotto's over here working. That's all he does. We're like, get to work, Dotto.
Daughter deserves this.
Look at that tank, guys. I'm so happy right now. It does look good. I don't think anyone's gonna be looking at the cape though. So step one is remove the stock tank. We're gonna definitely have to transfer over the entire fuel pump assembly. So we need to get this thing off. And we're gonna have to siphon out the gas in here too because we wanna weigh these. Unhook that one. Fuel pump. Good. Now, should I set this upside down?
We need to censor a couple things here.
Watermelon.
Censored. Don't worry, YouTube. We're censoring it for you. All right. What's up?
I'm gonna explain what we need to do to get everything swapped over to the new tank, which is already greased up with my sausage fingers. Obviously the main thing is gonna be the gas cap. I'm not gonna be taking the old one off until we're almost ready. We do have to get the gas out of the tank. And I already got a bucket ready to dump the old gas into. There is some stuff that we're gonna have to do to swap the new gas cap onto the tank. Jaret and I put this in, it looks amazing.
Yep.
Gloss on satin, so we're not gonna sand anything down right now.
Yep.
Second thing is this piece right here that kind of sits in a cradle on the bike. We're gonna swap that over. It's a threaded piece here, and then we have this ground strap. Next is the fuel pump assembly. The whole thing has to come out. We're gonna inspect the filter and everything on there when we have that out. We have grommets up front. These we'll just press out and we're gonna press them into the new one. And lastly,
That's my job.
that's
Because I'm
Teens'
good
job.
with the grommets.
And lastly, we have this fuel fitting right here. We're gonna unscrew that and remount it on the bottom of the other tank, and we should be ready to go.
Swapping this over. Then we'll pull all of this off, and that's how we'll get most of the gas out of here. That way we can just pretty much dump it out instead of having to like suck it out with something. And we're gonna make sure that we blow out this gas tank with a compressor as well, so there's no dirt or dust or debris or anything in there. So you don't want that going into your fuel system.
Next up, fuel pump assembly. We decided this is how we're going to drain the gas. It is probably the easiest way to dump the fuel out of the tank. I would not suggest you do this unless the fuel pump assembly has to come out.
Oh my God.
Jaret's
I
face.
did not expect all that to be in there. Holy shit.
That's what she said.
I can't believe there's like electronics and shit inside that.
They're just batteries in case you break down, you know.
You know? That's insane.
You know?
Oh, fuel's coming out.
It's all good.
Meanwhile, this is what we're working with right now. Look at this outfit she has
I'm going
on.
outside.
A bikini with a coat on and boots and a Ducati hat.
We're going out. It's gonna be cold.
Oh God. My baby that we're no longer keeping.
Good. We don't want it.
We're heading outside.
Get rid of it.
We're heading outside to dump out the fuel. Dotto's already got a bucket ready. It already even has fuel in it, so we're not going to reuse this fuel. Yeah. I can just dump it out?
You can just dump it out. Just go slow.
I think there's going to be more than this bucket.
All right, stop it. I'm gonna go have to get a container and fucking swap it out. Just go easy. I don't know how much room I have left in there.
Dude, there's a lot of gas in
There's
here.
a lot of fuel in
My God.
there. One fuel line pit fitting.
Basically, we're just going to remove everything off of this, and then we can weigh the two tanks and see what the difference is, because I don't even know what the difference is. And it didn't even say on the site or anything. So hopefully there is a difference in weight reduction.
I guarantee you there is.
I think at least a couple of pounds, right? All right, Teens is gonna get the grommets out for us because that's what she does. She's the grommet master.
I have like
Think you're gonna be able to get those,
I
Teens?
think you spoke too soon.
my little sausage fingers.
The little smokies. Dotto's like, I could have had them out by now.
I'm like, you go to the gym 13 times a week. She's
No.
like, no, my butt goes to the gym.
That's what she said. Her butt goes to
Yeah.
the gym. Oh God.
Let's cut.
Let's cut this? Okay, we'll see. We'll see how long this
I
takes.
Can't do it.
You can't? So Dotto had to do the first one, but he showed Teens how to do it.
Show me.
Yeah.
That's how I learned.
So now we'll see if she can do it.
We're gonna see if she learned.
Did
Okay.
she learn?
I'm trying.
It's just hilarious. It's like a softcore porn in here. So Dotto ended up having to get both of those out because Teens couldn't do it, and you know, I just.
Dotto doesn't have feeling in his fingers. I think I broke every single one of mine. I'll take that off.
She said she's gonna send her fingers to the hospital.
Just send them off. Don't
Just-
go with them.
Up next is the gas cap. So we just decided to make Teens do it because it's really not that hard. It's just a couple of
Dotto
screws
doesn't
in
have
there.
strength in this area, so that's what
Yeah.
I'm here for.
Teens is way better at this. Look at her. I love that Ducati hat on you.
I do too.
We might have to keep that on later. All right, is it ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pull that bad boy out. Mm-hmm. Set it aside. We're gonna reuse some of this. You can pull that. Yep, you can pull that out. Don't let anything fall
Remember
inside.
how it goes.
Oh, I remember.
Perfect. So is that everything off the stock tank now?
Yeah. I
So we
think
can weigh it. We can weigh it now.
It's definitely heavier.
Is it heavier? All right, good. So it's official goodbye, guys. It's an official goodbye to the red tank. That's why we put Christina in red,
Yeah.
so that we still have red on the bike.
Yeah.
All right, let's weigh this bitch.
Wait, we don't want to. Hold on. Let me put some pounds. Okay, 6 pounds, 6.3 ounces.
Okay, 6 pounds, 6.3 ounces for the stock tank.
Oh, it didn't leak. Got all the gas out of there.
We sure did.
Are you ready?
Yep, here we go. Moment of truth. What is it, Teens? What is it?
3.399. 3 pounds,
Wow.
9.9 ounces.
So almost half as
Almost
much.
half.
Almost half, Dotto. Actually, that does look badass.
Wow, that looks good.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
So hey, it's almost half as much.
No way.
Yeah. Stock was 6 point what? 6.63 ounces or something?
6.36, I don't know. Almost half.
She's high on fumes.
Yeah. So
There's a lot of
yeah,
gas
it
in
was
here.
2.5 pounds is what the savings was. Yeah.
Wow.
Another 2.5 pounds. I'll take it.
We're down close.
So up next is the air compressor, and his is nice and big. So we're just gonna blow out the entire tank to make sure that there's nothing in there. Teens hates the sound. She hates the sound of the air compressor. I don't know, because when the tank actually kicks on,
Wow.
there's a lot of shit in there. Oh yeah, there is. Holy hell.
So here's the fuel pump assembly. I was telling Jaret how impressed I am with the design of everything. You can tell fuel's still pouring out. You move it. So there's 2 O-rings on here, and like I said before, what I like to do, no matter what I'm working on, any kind of rubber O-rings, you want to lube them. What happens is when this tries to press into its housing and it's dry, it could pinch it and rip it, and if you don't know that you're doing it and you assemble everything, you fire up the bike and you're flying down the highway and that fuel's shooting out, it could be a problem. So using my trusty Z-Lube, honestly, I use whatever really thin lubricant I can get my hands on. KY jelly, Z-Lube, you know, whatever works. Just coat that really nicely, wipe off the excess, and you should be good to go. Fuel pump assembly's going back in really nicely. Let's see how the fit is. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle pushing this in.
Is it?
You got to be careful, you know?
Yep. So we weren't able to get it all the way pressed in by hand. So we're gonna see if, I mean, we're close, but
Yeah,
that seal needs to sit all the way up against it, obviously. We're gonna see if putting the screws in sucks it all in correctly. So we're just gonna be really, really careful because you don't want to crack the carbon. Make sure Teens is warm enough in her bikini, so I gotta make sure this fire's roaring. Wow, actually looks pretty solid. Look at that.
Alright, when I first put the fuel pump assembly in, I threaded all these bolts in by hand to make sure none of them get cross-threaded, and they all went in. And I started tightening them down with the wrench, and only one got really tight. Now I looked in there and there's some black stuff, so the bolt wouldn't go in there and it was getting tight, and I didn't want to cross-thread anything or break the carbon. So just to make sure, I got my kit here to chase the threads. So I found the right thread pitch, and I'm going in and slowly cleaning the threads out to make sure that the bolt can thread in. Unfortunately, there's really not much you can do in this case besides clean the threads, because if you force it, you will have issues. The bushing is brass, and then behind the brass is carbon. So if you really crank on and go through the bushing, you're gonna be poking a hole through the tank, and you don't want to do that. So we're gonna do a little bit of measuring, and I'm gonna keep chasing these threads and cleaning it. I did put tape over everything. We are gonna blow the tank out, but I don't want any metal in there while we're doing this, so keep on chasing these threads.
The manager came out.
Hey, bud.
He sensed that something serious was going on down here. He was like, I need to come out and check it out. What?
How's it going, bud?
Also, guys, Dotto got the bolt threaded through. So now he was able to hand tighten it all the way down.
Yep.
So we got all that stuff out of there.
The threads had some black shit on it.
Yeah. So that's good. Now we got to reblow the tank back.
Where's the
out.
manager?
Dozy.
What's the manager doing?
You big fat dummy head.
Clean up the threads, check the bolt, fits in there perfect. You're good. I'm gonna peel this tape off. I put tape on there so no shavings or any kind of debris gets in there, but I do want to blow this out again. It takes a little bit of extra time, but it's worth it. Make sure everything's nice and clean inside. I'm gonna do that.
Look at him. Get it, Dozer. Get it. Get that air. Yeah, get that air. Buddy, look at it. This is some kind of trick. This is some kind of trick.
I love you.
Oh. So Dotto just pressed back in the fuel assembly, and as you can see, the bolt went in, the top right one there. So that's good news. So now he's gonna tighten down the rest of them, and then finally we'll have the fuel assembly on, chasing threads, right?
Thread chasers.
Thread chasers.
Okay, so this fitting is where the fuel line clips on. You have an O-ring, which we're going to lube up a little bit, and then there's this groove here for the fuel line when it goes on so it can clamp in place so it doesn't come off. There was no thread sealing of any sort on there, so I just clean up the threads. I'm gonna lube this up, put it in there, we'll be done with that.
What you doing, Dotto?
Putting this fitting in, and it's done.
Whoop whoop.
Teens,
Perfect.
what happened to the grommets?
Yeah, what the
I
heck,
didn't get
Teens?
started on that.
No, you've been started on it for how
No,
long?
I didn't know.
Grommets next.
Nope.
Suckers in without ripping them.
Grommets are going in next. Teen's little sausage fingers couldn't handle it.
My sausages.
Breakfast sausage. So Dado has to come to the rescue again.
Again.
Can't put this thing on my head. I tried.
Can't put this thing on my head.
Next, and hopefully the last thing, we're gonna be taking this seal, putting that on there. The bottom part of this assembly will get reused, and the top part of the assembly is going to be carbon. We're gonna put this funky looking oval nut on the bottom, and those are already dropped in. We're driving these through without putting the cover on in order to line everything up and tighten these bolts. Then the oval nuts will be nice and tight, and we can put the top on.
So you have to remove them all.
Yeah, extra work, but we're gonna do it.
It's kind of a secret way to do it. Well, it's not extra work, it's the only way to do it.
It's the only way to do it.
It's the only way to do it.
Oh, what? Great. Now that the assembly's in like that, I'm gonna drop these bolts down in there.
Quite a bit to do for the tank.
Just for the bloody tank.
So Dado is tightening this down
Oh, Teens is doing
so that it doesn't go anywhere.
Someone's doing narrating.
Wow.
I'm taking over everyone's job.
That's not what I'm doing at all, but let's just say that's what I'm doing. Remember, folks, hand tighten everything first. Otherwise, you'll strip some stuff. Cross thread things. You don't want that. Not just throw that on the ground.
Teens is
Nowhere else to put
Teens is taking over the build apparently. What are you doing
I'm
here, babe?
narrating, I'm videoing, I'm
Working.
taking stuff apart. It's been
Wow.
a hard day.
She's pulling the screws.
And I
in.
get paid nothing.
That's not true.
I get €6 nothing.
I pay you
I
in
got a cool hat though.
I
Thanks,
pay you
Nanny.
in authentic
I really
Italian
like it.
sausage.
Let's ignore that comment. Back to the hat. Jared's very jealous of it. So
It is.
thank
It's a
you.
dope ass hat. Again, you can get apparel from Moto Million as well. Always use code Campisi to save yourself some dollar bills. What do you guys think? Would you let her work on your bike?
I got them all out and I'm going in.
You're going back in?
Going back in.
What's going on over here? You're putting them back
So
in?
you have to put them back in after you take him out because now everything's secure underneath. And then you go in a star-shaped pattern so that nothing gets pulled away and stripped and out of alignment. I don't know. It's just Dada taught me.
Dada would be so
What's going
proud.
on over here?
I'm
Somebody's
learning.
drunk.
I'm learning things from
This is
Dado.
what's gonna happen is you don't gonna stick the fuck out and stick it out.
She hasn't even had a single piece of alcohol. Time to put the tank back on. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to hold it and you can attach the fuel line?
Yeah, let's try to wiggle this on to the front. We are hoping there's no fuel leaks in it. Let's just set this down and see how it fits in there. Go ahead. Sit it in.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm in love.
Finally.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. That looks amazing.
I'm in love with this.
Check out the gas cap too, guys. That sat down. That's also by TWM, the same company as the rear sets. Obviously from Moto Million as well. Look at that. Dude,
This bike
it's
is...
incredible. Absolutely incredible.
Camera can't even focus on it because it's too good.
Let's hook everything up.
Alright, put it down.
Attaching the breather tubes. That one good?
One more tube.
Yep. Can you get in there? Oh, nice.
I might have sausage finger, but I'll get her in there.
It's pretty much on.
Oh, God, I was worried about that. Ready?
Yep.
Go ahead. Be very careful with these pins, because
Yep.
they will bend. So put it on straight.
You gotta bring it down more.
Can't, my hand's stuck. Alright.
These?
Yeah. Don't force. There you go. I was gonna say don't force it, it won't go right here.
And then I'm just forcing the shit out of it. And this is the ground, right?
Yep. Is that nice?
And then where do these sit? Do they sit in there?
Sit right in here like that. As long as it's not pinched. Wow. Look at that fit.
So just fitting the tank on, getting all the hardware to go through here. The brass hardware on this tank. Oh, this tank is incredible. Full 6, Manny.
Everything is brass on it. I love it.
It's beautiful. Sure. So next is the seat assembly bracket. Since this tank isn't gonna come back off again, we're gonna keep it on as long as everything works correctly. Keep your fingers crossed. We don't have fuel flying out when we're driving down the road. And I still have to put about 300 miles on the bike so that the Rapid Bike fuel controller works correctly. So I am going to be riding it, and obviously I want to be the one riding it if something happens. So I'm going to make sure that I ride it and everything works. So
All right, that's for the seat. For tightening down, and then we're just going to tighten these 4 bolts down, and we can rock and roll. Oh, tag team.
Tag team back again. Tightening down the seat bracket.
So let's begin.
I'm twisting a neck. I'm twisting a wrench, guys. Don't say I didn't do anything. Last thing is the comfort seat. Obviously, we ran out of time. This took a lot longer than I thought it would, so we'll save the Louis Moto seat cover for the next episode, along with some other stuff. But there you go, guys. That's how it looks with the full 6 carbon tank provided by our amazing sponsor, Moto Million. And I'm really, really happy with how it looks. I think it looks phenomenal. Actually, let's cut that. All right, guys, so that is the end of this episode. Like I mentioned earlier, ran out of time to do the Louis Moto seat cover, so we'll save that for the next episode. The full 6 matte carbon tank is installed, and dear God, does it look amazing. Just wait until we have the Rotobox carbon wheels installed, which will be coming up in the next couple of weeks here. This bike is gonna be just, it's basically a superleggera. That's basically what it is, except just all matte carbon. So yeah, thank you again, Dotto, for your hard work. Really appreciate it. Saved another couple of pounds with the tank, which is awesome. The TWM fuel cap looks sweet too. We'll probably just leave the glossy stuff on here for now. We'll talk to the patrons about what they want us to do with that. But we'll save that for later on down the line. So I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed. If you want to be entered to win this bike, make sure you check out the Patreon page. It's always linked in the description. And subscribe for more videos. We'll see you next one. Peace.